So think about if you are talking to yourself in the mirror and you're saying, ugh, I look ugly today. Ugh, look at this roll of fat on my body. Ugh. Then you're not just looking at yourself that way in the mirror. That is how you perceive your reality. Do you realize how important language is for us in communication? There is a language that is spoken, and then there is your body language. We utilize language in both of these manners, through speech and through our bodies, in all sorts of ways, every single day, in various moments of our life. What I find really fascinating about body language is it is so innate and it is so primal. You can be dropped in a foreign country where you speak not even a lick of the language of that nation, of that country, and can still possibly, most likely, navigate your way through the world, watching how the people move, understanding how you would need to blend in to fit and to survive, even if it was just for a day. And the power behind that is, if we think about it, we as human beings are still primal mammals. And so there's an instinctual way in which our bodies are going to find and move about an unfamiliar place, even for the sake of surviving. Now, we can even take it further back into a timeline that makes more sense for you, from infancy, right? From your birth all the way through your infancy, age 1, age 2 even. When you were little, you did not come out of the womb speaking and talking and saying what you needed. I need my poopy diaper changed. No, you cried. You made some gassy noises with your body. You got a little shifty in your seat when you were uncomfortable, and you made probably a face like this. When you were hungry, you made noises and you probably played with your hands. You probably put your hands in your mouth, showing like, hey, I'm a little hungry. And your body innately did this dance and movement to let the people in your life know, hey, I need this to happen. You cried a certain way for your diaper to be changed. You cried a certain way to get fed. You probably cried a certain way when you were uncomfortable and you needed to be burped. And then you were happy once you got burped. And so this way in which our bodies have always had this innate language within us is picked up by the most intimate people in our lives. And then we have language that we utilize in speech. And I'm a really big believer that what we speak, what we spell, is magic. And I'm not talking like woo-woo fairy dust magic, but what we speak into our reality very much is what is our internal world and how we see ourselves. So think about if you are talking to yourself in the mirror and you're saying, ugh, I look ugly today. Ugh, look at this roll of fat on my body. Ugh. Then you're not just looking at yourself that way in the mirror. That is how you perceive your reality. You see your reality as dull and blah, and you kind of see life more with the half glass empty. Now, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but ask yourself, if you want something to change in your reality, well, again, how are you choosing to identify with it? And so notice, what are the thoughts, what are the emotions that you have when you're picking on your body or you're picking at the world externally? It's just an internal representation of where you feel unmet, you feel unheard, you feel unseen. And maybe you think that if by picking externally that somehow you'll end up getting validated. But the thing is, the way in which you treat yourself, the way in which you love on yourself, whether it's through body touch in that language or how you speak to yourself, I really say it's both. That is going to have a huge ripple effect in your external reality. You know, more of us are on that loop and cycle. It's almost like, a record player going off, thinking the same stuff, feeling the same stuff, and we're even taking action in the same way, doing the same unconscious habits and patterns, even though we know we're frustrated by it, even though we're like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why is this so hard? And if you took a moment to pause and just go on that record player and get clear on I'm really sitting in my shit. I'm sitting in a poopy diaper. And I feel like I keep crying out for help and saying, like, this isn't working. I'm so frustrated. Ugh. And no one's here to help you. Because again, you're now grown up. It kind of sucks. You gotta put on your big girl pants. It's an opportunity to get really clear on what is it that is happening in your external reality. Because it really just is a mirror of how you are being in relationship with yourself. And so how you speak, how you hold your posture, how you walk into a room. You're either radiant, like a beautiful light that is shining like on a chandelier, or you're the darkest little cloud in the room. And the choice is really yours. You can be anywhere on that spectrum even. But how you choose to show up with who you're being as you walk into the room, the action of you walking into the room has everything to do with, are you walking in the room telling yourself, oh my God, I don't know if I can fit into this room. There's going to be 150 people in this room and they all have better Instagram accounts than me. They all have better purpose and meaning than me. And gosh, I'm realizing I'm sweating in my shirt and I'm going to have sweat stains. Or are you walking into that room with the thought of, I'm going to rock this. Like, I feel really confident. I got invited to this space. I got invited in because I'm worthy of being here. And also, I'm just worthy because I say it and I mean it. Now, I'm not just saying positive affirmations, because there's a way in which if you say positive affirmations, but you're more or less still sitting in, oh, I'm not happy with my life. I'm not grateful for my life because the thing that I declared and the thing that I want isn't here. Well, then you're just kidding yourself, right? You're just trying to mask this like, la, 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 this is what I want energy. And I'm going to be happy and positive over what your shitty feeling and true identity and belief is about yourself. You actually have to excavate that from the inside out. You got to get curious on, well, why have I wanted to be so right about feeling so shitty about why things haven't worked out for me, or why I'm unhappy, or why I can't feel gratitude for the life that I am seeking and wanting that's out there. And so the language in which you get curious with yourself up here, you get curious with how's your body responding in the moment. There is nothing more powerful than having the most intimate people close to you in your life give you the feedback of how you are speaking in your speech, how you are holding your own regard and self as you walk into a room, as you just have casual communication and connection with them. Ask for the feedback. Get the intel back of how you are showing up, because let's face it, we're not walking around with some big mirror following us for us to double check, like, am I posture in alignment? Am I, saying whatever I need? You don't have a tape recorder on you either. So ask for the feedback so that you can start to sharpen your saw around, how am I being? How am I choosing to show up in every environment that I'm in? And that's my invitation for you.
I would love to know, what did you think of this video? Please comment below, what were your greatest takeaways? What is that golden nugget that sat with you that you are taking out and into the world? Because let's face it, transformation only occurs when you're willing to take action on it. So share below. That will ensure that you have really taken in this wisdom and you're going to amplify it in your life. And of course, if you loved this content, subscribe. And then you can always check your notifications so that you get all content that comes through. Because one of my greatest pleasures is to be able to see this energy being amplified and rippled into the world.